Ago, but my feed was a little bit choppy. I hope everyone had a good day, and I hope you're doing well. I'm very thankful, and I will not allow a negative person, a sarcastic person, or a doubtful person who isn't happy with their life comment on my life. Boundaries are very important. Who you allow to speak into your life is very important. Some people quote you their scriptures of their life, and then they try to get you to believe in what they want you to believe. You get to determine your own life, your own thought, what quote matters to you and what quote doesn't matter to you. Some people tell me quotes, they don't matter to me. Why? Because, I define my own life. And, it's important, because you're going to get on your journey people who don't like their journey trying to comment and trying to guide you. Don't let them. Good evening, Xana G on a live comments. Good evening to you. Well, the structured topic I want to talk about tonight is be careful what you don't ask for. Now, you've heard the quote that says, be careful what you do ask for. You just may get it. And I think that quote has a level of wisdom. Why? Because, I think many times people ask for something and they don't realize that there's downside to everything. There's pros and cons to everything. Nothing is perfect. Nothing is perfect. That being said, there is no wisdom in not asking for anything. There is no wisdom in saying, well, because something isn't perfect, I'm not going to ask. I'm going to stay the same, and I'm not going to grow and live life. Be careful what you do ask for, because you just might get it. But be careful what you don't ask for, because you just may get nothing. It's those who are bold enough to ask for a job. It's those who are bold enough to ask for a date. You know how many guys I knew when we were young? Well, there was only a couple, actually. There was a couple guys I knew when I was young that they would always get girls. And they weren't necessarily like the best looking guys. But what they were is the boldest of all of us who were willing to ask for a date. They were willing to ask for the girl's phone number. Yes, they got rejected. Yes, sometimes they got a phone number and it ended up in drama. But overall, they got to live, a rich life in the aspect of, dating and getting what they want as far as, companionship. In the book of Matthew, it says, ask and it shall be given. Seek and you shall find. I don't see anywhere in the scriptures where it says, be quiet and live the same. Suffer in silence. Don't ask because you may get what you ask for. I don't remember that in the scriptures. Now again, mind, body, and soul. I believe in soul. And I believe it's wisdom. Ask and it shall be given. I believe you need to ask for what you want. I don't believe the timid get to their destiny. There's a scripture that says, God didn't give us a spirit of being timid, but of power, love, and self-control. So you're going to have to, in your journey, build up enough confidence to speak up and ask for what you want. Does it mean you will always get what you want? No. Does it mean when you get what you want, it will be perfect? No, nothing's perfect. I want to be very clear. But the alternative to not asking is not getting. The alternative to not trying something new is to live the same boring life for 80 years in a row. Is it scary to speak up and ask? Sure it is. And a lot of times when you do, people say, oh, you better be careful. If that's what you ask for, you just may get it. I mean, what kind of negative shit is that? Well, cut them people right out of your life. You don't need those type of people. They'll be the same type of people that they are the misery loves company people. That's what they are. They're not happy with their life. They're not inspired. They're not inspired. They're not walking around creative, using their gifts, inspiring others. They're sitting around, dragging ass, regretting half their life, and then because they fucked up so bad, they want you to fuck up. And excuse my language. I'm trying not to curse as much, but this is the type of people you deal with in life. People should encourage you to responsibly responsibly go after the desires of your heart. And if they don't, cut them off. Friends, family, foes, doesn't matter. If you are responsibly asking for what you want, going after for what you want, and anyone who can't support that, you know where they should be? Not in your inner circle. You know, part of your destiny is certainly having the right people around you. Why? Because this world beats you up. The last thing you need is your inner circle beating you up. It's scary to speak up because you're going to get criticized, because you're going to get doubters, you're going to get haters. But not speaking up, not clearly defining your life, not clearly asking for the life you want, you get the life someone else has for you. Oh yeah, we got a job that, nobody wants. Let's give it to the person who doesn't say shit. They don't care, they'll do it, because they don't say anything. Sometimes when you speak up and you ask for something, it says, look, I don't want it. That's almost asking for something. I don't want that. No, thank you. Sometimes the people are just, they'll take whatever you say. Yes, no, doesn't matter. Oh yeah, we need you to do this. Okay. Sometimes you have to say no. That's asking for what you want. You don't want that. I want something else. No, I don't want that. I want something else. That's part of confidence. Confidence. Insecurity is the roadway to destruction. I've never met an insecure. Now, we all have insecurities. I want to be clear, put it in context. But I've never met a person driven by their insecurities that lives a fulfilled, inspiring life. I've seen people who are rooted in their insecurities, have unhealthy relationships, and be led down the wrong road and are not confident enough to ask for what they want. So they're given what they get. Either you start to ask and shape your life, or someone else will shape it for you. And let me tell you something, the people that shape your life, it's the blind leading the blind. They haven't even figured out their own life. Ask, and it shall be given. Seek, and it shall find. Don't be scared that something will not be perfect. Why? Because nothing is perfect. We go forward in life. And we clearly, with boldness, humility, but boldness, ask for what we want. Does it mean we may fail? Hell yeah, it means we may fail. But you fail if you do nothing. There's no one answer in life that totally isolates you from pain in this world, from failure in this world. There's nothing. There's none of that. People think they can hide from failure and pain. You know who those people are? They're self-medicating, bunkered down in their house, waiting for a storm. Why? Because then, everyone else is buying all the food and they're packing in the storm. It's great. I mean, that's the type of mindset, the preppers, they're waiting for that, type of world, for the end of the world, because every day they live like the end of the world. You have to go out there in this world, and you have to ask for what you want. You have to have humility because you're going to fail. You have to have humility because this world can really be painful. But that's part of navigating your life. That's part of defining your path. The hearsayers, the negative people who want you to self-doubt. Self-doubt kills creativity. Those people say, be careful what you ask for, you just may get it. Oh yeah, look at their life. Where has their words of wisdom gotten them? That's what I do. When someone starts to give me quotes and, I look at their life and I look where they're at and their relationships. And I say, you know what? Nah, God bless. That's what I say. I say, God bless. And in my mind, I say, thank you. You know what I mean? Just get out of here. And this is the mindset. Well, let's talk about mindset. Why mindset? Because when you live and you get old enough, you realize 90% of life is mental. Certainly you need physical capacity. Certainly you need your physical health. We spend time. We talk about that. I share my journey on that. But mental. Part of mental health, part of a good, healthy mind is asking for what you want, not being quiet and insecure and just taking whatever is given. Or just wishing and never asking. You have to assert yourself. And a lot of times people don't assert themselves because then they know the spotlight's on them. All right, now you've asked for it. Let's see what happens. So what? So what? Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. Because, that's life. That's what, life takes a little bit of courage. Life takes a little bit of being brave. I mean, you can't just sit on the sidelines. Ask, and it shall be given. Seek, and you shall find. Nowhere in the scriptures does it say suffer in silence and keep your dreams suppressed in your inner mind. Never read that. And I've never read an inspirational quote that said that. I've never met a successful person that said that. What I have seen is people that don't live a good life tell you be careful what you ask for, you just may get it. So, again, put everything in context, weigh the pros and cons to everything, realize nothing is perfect, but never be someone who is scared to speak up and to live and to, go after what they want just because, it's not going to be perfect or it may change. Everything changes. Nothing stays the same. What you wanted 10 years ago, you may not want today. What you want today, you may not want 10 years ago. Does that mean your whole life then, because things change, you just stay in a rock and, you just watch the world pass? Be quiet? I mean, hell no. It's not life. That's what's on my spirit today. All right, now go to the live comments. Again, Susanna G. Hey, Susanna G. I hope you had a good day. Hope you're still in the chat room. GM 1989. Sammy, happy to see you. I will follow up with you soon. Thank you, 1989. I hope you had a great day. Susanna G. You are very inspirational and motivated me to begin minimalizing my life and start living it to be the fullest. Thank you. And then smiley grin face. Susanna G, thank you. But anything that I do is only a spark to the flame that was already inside you. Because one thing I've learned in life, and again, I appreciate the compliment. One thing I've learned in life is that no one's going to make you do something you don't want to do. What's going to happen is, if you're blessed, you're going to meet some people who inspire, who spark a flame of something inside you that you already want to do. You want to do it. You just want somebody to give you the boldness and a little bit of a push and inspiration that you can do it too. And that when you do it, you're going to get people that are doubting, hating, rejecting, criticizing, and you want someone else to say, it's okay, let them criticize. And I say that. But I am very clear, I'm very honest, that if I spark something in you, it was always in you, and it will always be in you. And that's powerful. Jenny B, are we live right now? Are we live as it can get? I'm confused. I was watching a video and suddenly, here I am. Shit, it's magic. Good to see you, Jenny B. Hope you had a good day. DC, Carlito, thumbs up, and 4 thumb up emojis. DeMario Carlito, I call him DC. DC, hope you had a good day. Sailing, John. Thought you headed south. Not as south as I want to, but I'm thankful. Laughed out loud. Yeah, we laughed it. Disconnected. Great stuff. You're right on, Sam. Thank you, Sailing John. Yes, I mean, I went live about 15 minutes ago, but then I had to restart it because it was a bad connection. So sometimes in life, you do a restart, you do a reboot, and and that's life. Life isn't you go live once and the reception's always good and everything's good. Sometimes in life you got to do a reset, restart, refocus, and you keep going, you keep going, you keep going. What do you do while you wait? You keep going. And it was cold today. I mean, me and Sal and John were talking about that earlier. It's 45 degrees Fahrenheit. Here in the second week of April, that's spring in New Jersey. Now, it's a little bit colder than normal, but, that's what it is. But we're thankful. And I still got out today. I did a morning walk. I'll probably upload a video maybe tomorrow on that. I went to the gym, and then I did an afternoon walk. So certainly I'm going to express, the desires of my heart, but certainly I'm not going to stop living. I'm not one of these people that, snuggle up, eat greasy soup, and daydream about what I want. I'm still out there walking, just like I walked my fat ass there when I was 350 pounds. I walked in the snow. I walked in the heat. A lot of the naysayers, when you get your life together, oh, I can't walk. It's too cold out. Bullshit. I walked when it was 0 below outside. And I walked today, it was cold. And I walk in the heat when it was sweating. I walk when everyone else says, oh, you can't walk. It's too cold outside. Those are the people usually unhealthy. And that's the life rule. It doesn't matter if it's walking or getting a new job or moving to a different state. It's always the people. It's always the people who want to throw water on your flame instead of igniting your flame. Like I said, there's leaders, there's inspirational people that'll spark a flame inside you, and then your own furnace in your soul will keep it going. But there's also people who can F up a wet dream. That they throw, you have a little bit of flame inside you, and instead of sparking it, they throw water on it. And those people are not focused on their own life. They're focused on destroying other people's lives. Why? Because misery loves company. I've never met an inspired person not want someone to live and to go after what they desire as long as it's responsible. I have met miserable people that discourage you from going after you want, even if it's responsible, because they're not happy with life. And so they have reasons why you shouldn't be happy and why you should self-doubt. There's two types of people in life, the inspired and the uninspired. There's two types of people in life, the thankful and the unthankful. There's two types of people in life. And you have to decide what type of people, what type of person you allow in your inner circle. At work, you're a paid professional. You have to work with people who if you're blessed. Now, I'm blessed to work with some good people. I'm very thankful for that. I've worked at jobs of people I didn't, wasn't the best, but I still got along with them. In work, you're a paid professional. You get along with people. That's what you're paid for. When you're in your own personal space, you decide as an adult who you allow in your life and who you don't. And that's a powerful resource. That's a powerful thing. Never neglect that power. Some people allow anyone in their life. Not the case for me. AJ gave a hand up emoji, cactus emoji, and sun smiley face emoji. Now, AJ posts on Instagram is 87 degrees Fahrenheit. I believe AJ's from the West Coast, maybe even Arizona. He had a nice picture of his motorcycle. Now, do I ride motorcycles? No, not for me. But am I mad at that? No. Very hot and beautiful in the West Coast. Love and respect to AJ. Very positive, and I appreciate his support. Excuse me. Jesse B. What prompted the topic? It's really good. Thank you. I've seen this firsthand about asking and receiving. It really does work. Well, one is a level of, I reflect daily on the scriptures. Okay. Now, I don't blindly follow the scriptures. I test everything that's said. I don't believe in everything as far as like I have to believe this or that. I have my own critical thinking, but I dwell on what's good, what's positive, what's uplifting, what's edifying. And some of the scriptures, mind, body, soul, some of the scriptures guide my life. Why do you need that to guide your life? Because while you're living in a world where people try to give you their scriptures. All right. So some people say, I don't believe in the Bible. All right. So they're going to give you a quote from their own mind. So, maybe I don't believe what you have to say. And so a lot of times, you're fighting the world in your mind. You're fighting thoughts. Take every thought captive. And so sometimes in thought, some people say, oh, be careful what you ask for, you just may get it. And so how do you combat that? In your mind, not in a debate. In your mind, you combat that by saying, all right, well, what's the alternative of not asking for what you want? The alternative is you don't get it. You get what someone else gives you. If you see someone you're attracted to and you don't ask them for a date, what's the alternative? The alternative is they walk right by you and you miss that opportunity. Again, doesn't mean that if you ask for something, it will be perfect. Nothing is perfect. But that's how you live. That's how you go after what you want. And that's how you progressively get better. And this is the part of the mindset that you build, that you refine, that you keep in a healthy space, that allows you to push forward. Because believe me, when you're tempted and you're seduced into staying the same, into going backwards, you think you're not going to hear that type of mindset that, oh, be careful what you ask for, you just may get it. I mean, come on. You're going to hear that. You're going to hear a bunch of negative stuff in your mind. And you have to start to speak to yourself, encouraging, inspiring, uplifting things to keep you going forward. Very important. And that's what kind of sparked it for me. AJ, very well said, Sam. Thank you, AJ. I appreciate all your support. Jenny B. Oh, that's what happened. Laugh out loud. It had the same title, and I'm easily confused these days. No problem. Yes. Yeah, I had bad reception, so I had to relocate. And I didn't fight it. I just let it go. And I'm very thankful for you coming back in. Hello, Meadow. Meadow's in the building. Hey, Meadow from the Philippines. What time is it? It's about 8 p.m., I think, Eastern. And so it's about 8 a.m. for Meadow. We love Meadow. I hope you're having a good day at work. If you're working, why? Because it's Monday, I believe, in the Philippines. Like right now in the United States of America, it's Sunday. But around the world, isn't it already Monday? It's amazing. It's love to see you. Suzanne gives some great, uplifting, inspiring comments. Every time I read her comment, my heart gets touched. Let's see what she has to say. Susan says, I am too quiet most often. I have a virtual job in mind, and I have considered offering my services. Your inspiration is a propulsion, I hope that I said that right, into the great adventure. Thank you for the spark. And then she gets smiley, heart, and smiley face emoji. Thank you, Susan. Thank you for all the great comments. Thank you. I love you. Yes. Now, for years, I've been asking for a virtual job. Every time I see, I talk to the people that are, upper management or whatever, I say, is there any open jobs available virtually? Finally something comes up. And either way, there's no guarantee I get anything. And there's no guarantee about anything in life. And no one owes me anything. I want to be very clear about that. But everything I've done in life, it comes because I'm willing to speak up and go after it. Some things work out, some things don't. But again, the alternative to not speaking up, to not asking, is you're just going to get what life gives you. And usually what life gives you is the leftovers. Okay? Because guess what is given to the bold? First choice. Okay? You know who gets whatever's left over? People who are timid. The scriptures specifically tell us that God didn't give us a spirit of fear or being timid, but of power, love, and a sound mind. Okay? So, if you think you're going to be timid and fearful and you're living according to the scriptures, according to your will, according to God, you're not. That's it. Somebody commented on my thing, be careful, the devil doesn't come with horns. He comes with, giving you everything you want. Oh yeah, where'd that say that in the scriptures? I don't remember that. How's your life going? What's your life been like? You have a success story to share? You probably don't. You probably have some negative ass shit to share. These are the type of people, and this is the type of mindset that you're constantly battling with. Now, do you have to, this is part of real life. Every day you got to wake up and you got to go after life. Even if it just means getting your ass up early and going for a walk. That's what I did today. Did I want to snuggle up and sleep all day in 45-degree weather? Yeah, but I ain't going to do that shit. I got to go forward. Life will keep you down if you let it. Life will keep you down if you let it. Rocky said that. You have to go after it. You can't blame anyone for anything. You have to take accountability for your own life. Good or bad or anything else. And I certainly preach responsibility because I live it. So I don't want to hear all the bullshit. All right? Praise the Lord. All right, let's keep going. Thank you. Sweet Brown Tea. I like that name. I love watching you evolve. Thank you, Sweet Brown Tea. I like Sweet Brown Tea because it's like a magical name, but I cannot recommend the sweet tea at McDonald's. Why? Because my mom drinks that and that's high in sugar. You know how many sugar grams are in the sweet tea at McDonald's? A lot. How much sugar should you have per day, added sugar? For a male, no more than 38 grams of sugar per day. For a female, no more than 25 grams of sugar per day. Somebody Google, how much does a large sweet tea, how many grams of sugar does it have in one McDonald's cup? Whew, not good. You want diabetes? I don't want diabetes. Gotta stay away from that sugar. It's not easy. Sweet Brown Tea. I love watching you evolve. Thank you. You are encouragement. All caps. Thank you. And I love you. I love you too. Keep them coming. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Miss you much. Stay safe. And Blessings. Thank you, sweet brown tea. Love, peace, and grace to you. Do your positive words matter? To me, they do. And I thank you. And that's sincere. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Very much appreciate that. Love right back to you. Lee Lowry. It was 89 degrees down here in Puerto Rico. Miss my cold weather. Oh, well, you come back up, you can have it. Now, do I want to go to Puerto Rico? No, I love Puerto Rico, but I want to go to Florida. That's as far as I want to go. Now, a lot of Puerto Ricans in Florida. A lot of Puerto Ricans here, too. I love Puerto Ricans. My first love was Puerto Rican. I love the Latin culture, to be honest with you. Now, I'm Italian. It's kind of similar to the Latin culture. I like all cultures. I'm not going to lie to you. I like diversity. But it does feel magical being in South Florida. It's a Latin vibe. There's also a Haitian vibe because there's a heavy population of Latinos and Haitian immigrants. And I love it. It vibes with me good. Part of the culture is part of the reason I like it there too. Because there's different parts of Florida that are very much country. Some northwestern parts of Florida are very country, rural America. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. Again, it's all relative. But I like the Latin feel, man. But you can have the cold weather if that's what you want. I love you. Gilbert, Sammy, everyone, good evening. I watched Forks Over Knives twice. Damn, a must see. Yes. Forks Over Knives is a must see. Please, if you haven't seen it, it's about a plant-based diet. It'll change your health perspective. I definitely recommend that. Sal John, great statement there. And then he put an asterisk. I never met an inspired person who doesn't inspire. That's right. The inspire. The miserable give misery. Best way I could put it. And that's what I've actually seen in my real life. This isn't something I've read. This is what I see in life. I see people who are inspired. They're not perfect. No one's perfect. I'm not perfect. But people who are overall inspired, living a positive life, that overflows to others. People who are negative, miserable, that overflows to others. That's what I've seen in my life. Steel Horse RV. We enjoy, and capital letter, all in people. Being about your true you. So thank you for the motivational speech you give. Guitarist Trevor Reed. Love, respect to you, Steel Horse Trevor Reed. One is I love a guitarist. Why? Because I love anyone who uses their creativity. Playing music is part of using your creativity. Taking photos is part of using your creativity. Making videos is part of using your creativity. Your creativity is needed to get to your destiny. Part of your destiny is not a mathematical equation. Now you need wisdom, you need practicality. You need 1 + 1 = 2, but you also need the Disney experience. You need someone with a vision of a magical kingdom that will turn a swampland into one of the biggest attractions in the world. That's what imagination will do to you. It will change, it will transform a swampland into the promised land. You never get to your promised land without using your creativity. Never forget that. Very good. Meadow, no work today. Sundays and Mondays are my days off. Well, you earn them because you work hard. For now, laugh out loud. Everything changes. You guessed the time right, Sammy. Thumbs up emoji. Hey, man, I love this, man. I love, going around the world. Like I said, to me, I've been blessed. I grew up in a diverse culture in New Jersey with people from all different walks of life, all different nationalities, all different cultures, all different religions, all different races. And to me, I'm very thankful for that. Because I love talking to people from around the world. I love different cultures, races, religions, good and bad and everything. Never pander to you, talk direct to you. But I love it. We're all the same at the end of the day. We're all the same at the end of the day. There's good, there's bad. There's the unthankful and there's the thankful. There's the uninspired and there's the inspired. Doesn't matter. That spans across every culture, race, religion, language. Doesn't matter. What I'm here to tell you is, don't spend time around the unthankful. Don't spend time around the uninspired. Why? Because that shit leaks off onto you. Don't want that. Very careful. Janice, the beautiful Janice. Trevor, I'm looking for band members. I can't say that name right. Please forgive me. Kano, I don't know what WYA means. What does that mean? I know what Wawa means. WAWA. That's a convenience store that has magical Diet Coke. But I don't know what does WYA mean? Praise the Lord. Oh, man. But we're thankful. And we go from there. Sweet brown tea. You're speaking the truth. Thank you. And then she gave hashtag for it. Sweet brown tea. Thank you. Like I said, for me, sometimes without your guys' encouragement, I would still keep going, but it wouldn't be as much of a blessing as it is. You guys have been very encouraging to me, and I thank you. And that's the end game here, guys. Look, the end game is not, look, I want everyone to sell their house and live in their car. The end game is, I don't want everyone to move to Florida. The end game is, I want you to move forward with your life however you define it. I want you to define your life. I want you to ask for what you want. I want you to be inspired. I want you to be you. That's the end game. The end game isn't, let's meet up in Arizona and do a big tent. The end game isn't, let's meet up in Florida and, the end game is live your best life, be you, and that's it. I mean, that's it. That's really it. There's no donation plate going around. There's not a second offering for, whatever event we have this month. There's none of that. There's no distractions. Sometimes people like distractions. Sometimes people like games because they don't want to get serious about their own life. And, you have to decide that. I mean, we all have to decide that every day. Every day we make decisions that determine, what we can control. Are there some things in life that we can't control? Hell yeah. I mean, look, this is part of life. I mean, I can't lie to you, but what should we do? We should just focus on whatever we can control. Not easy, but that's a daily discipline. And Jenny B says, it means, where you at? Thank you, Jenny B. Where am I at? I'm in Jersey. I'm still in Jersey. I have work on Wednesday, so I can't go too far. I don't want to go much farther than this. I am going to spend time with my mother tomorrow. I haven't seen her in a couple of weeks because even when I got back from Florida, I didn't have time to see her before I went back to work. So tomorrow I'm going to dedicate or allocate that day to spend some time with my mom. I spoke to her on the phone. I speak to her every day just about. But I'll do that. Just in Jersey, taking care of some business. Taking care of myself as best I can. Trying to get outside as much as I can, but it's cold. It's been cold. Now everyone's all excited in Jersey. Why? Because at the end of this week, we're going to have 2 days in the 70s. And people are inspired about that. Now, am I thankful? Look, I'm thankful. But I want it to be the 80s, 90s. Now, at night, it's nice temperature to camp, to car sleep, to sleep in a van. So that's the positive. The negative is during the day, you ain't doing anything but walking inside. I mean, I bundle up. I got Under Armour and stuff. I walk outside, but it's just not enjoyable, in my opinion. Gilbert, talk plant-based food, Sammy. I'm open to the experience. Well, the first thing you need to learn with a plant-based food is you're going to need beans. Beans are filling and an important part of the package, okay? Because you can't have salad without some type of fixings, and you do not want meat as your fixings, and you do not want a bunch of croissants or croutons, whatever they call them. What you want is beans, low sodium beans, red beans. That's what I eat. Low sodium red Goya beans. That's what I eat. Then I have, and what I used to cook definitely when I have a house, I don't have as much anymore because I'm on the road and I don't have an oven, but I would bake a sweet potato. No butter on that sweet potato. You just buy a sweet potato, wash it, put it in the oven at 450 for a half hour, 40 minutes, and that's it. What's the difference if you bake a sweet potato versus you boil it? When you boil a sweet potato, you soak out some of the nutritional value. When you saturate something in water, the nutrients and the fibers get broken down. We talked about that last night. That's the negative with juicing and blending. You break down the natural whole state. It's healthier to bake a potato rather than to boil it. Look it up. I did. No butter. Get a sweet potato, bake it, put it in a salad, get beans. Limit the dressing. If anything, low balsamic dressing. No ranch dressing, no blue cheese dressing, no creamy Italian dressing, no croutons. None of that shit. I know plenty of people eat salads that are just as fattening as eating a hamburger, basically. I remember when I first started on my health journey, I was so proud. I brought my own salad to work. And there was this guy, tall, skinny guy. He was a good guy. Changed my life with what he's about to say. So I got my salad out at lunch. And I get it out of the refrigerator. I cook it in the little kitchenette we got at work. And he goes, "Oh, Sam, you're eating healthy." I said, "Yeah, I got a salad." I felt all good about myself. And I got my salad ready, and I put like ranch dressing on the top. And he goes, oh, you just ruined that salad. I go, what do you mean? He goes, that ranch dressing that you put on there, you know, he goes, look at the back of the calories. Look how much fat and calories are in that. And I put, quite a bit on there. And I said, oh shit, changed my life. You can ruin a good salad by the dressing and the fixings. Never forget that. Sweet potato and low sodium beans, that's what will get you full. That's what will get you right. Condiments. Barbecue sauce, ketchup, all that shit is just straight liquid sugar. Dressing, liquid sugar. Very important. That's a little bit of that plant-based talk. Sweet brown tea. Do you have time? Do you have set times to walk? How many hours per day? I used to in the beginning of my journey to structure it. Now I kind of go by feel. I wake up every morning, have my Starbucks, and go for a walk, about an hour walk. Then, again, I'll just, whatever I'm doing, if I'm working, if I'm traveling, I go for 3 walks a day and about an hour each. Okay. Now I average probably about 5 to 10 miles. So let's just say 8 miles, somewhere in between there on average. Now when I was really in my real extreme weight loss, I would walk sometimes 15, 20 miles a day. Now, that was when I was extreme. I was walking today. I did a video on it. Even when I walked some of the same trails that I walked a couple years ago, and I'm in great shape, and I felt, my knees, I can't walk as much as I used to walk. But you don't even have to walk. That's why I walk now when I go to the gym. Why? Because the gym, lifting some weights, it gets my blood flowing. It gets my heart rate up. You need to get your heart rate up for your blood to circulate and you to burn fat. When I walk now, it's kind of like more for my mental health and just to keep a movement of life. Because really, the only way to really lose weight and to really get your weight loss thing in by walking is if you get your heart rate up if you jog. And jogging causes a lot of damage to your knees. So walking is mainly for mental health and just to keep that body moving. When I go to the gym and I lift some weights, that kind of gets my heart rate up. So that's the difference there. But I would say the average recommended amount to walk is 10,000 steps. And I believe that's about, I don't know if that's 2.5 or 5 miles. So if you can get to that goal per day or make that a goal, because even if you miss it, if you have a goal, you'll always end up better if you never had a goal. Aim for the moon, even if you miss, you're amongst the stars. You got to have an aim. You got to have a focus. Even if you don't get there, it's still better than nothing. So that's kind of answers that. Let me see here. Sweet brown tea. You'll be back in Florida soon. Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you very much, Sweet Brown Tea, for coming in with some positivity. Do I appreciate that? I do. And I want the best for you, whatever it is for you that you are asking for. And I want you to ask for what you want. Responsibly, respectfully, but ask for what you want. Because no one in this world going to give you shit. Okay? And once in a while, when they give you something, it's going to be the leftovers. That's my experience in life. Oh, yeah. That's true. Now, look, you can ask for what you want, be respectful, be humble, be all that. Look, to me, I know this is probably the most loudest, boldest I am. I deal with people on an everyday basis. I'm the most respectful, loving person. I don't hurt, So it's like, but in my mind, these are the thoughts, this is how I look at life. You know what I mean? It's like, you have to go after for what you want. No one's going to give it to you. And that's my experience in life. If anything, people give you misery because they can't handle their own life. People give you doubtful thoughts because why? Because in their mind, there's doubtful thoughts. People act like they have it together, but if you go behind closed doors, their families are in shambles. And it's only by the grace of God. Only by the grace of God. And so when I speak on the grace of God, when I speak on speaking boldness, this is something everybody faces with, but not everybody wants to talk about. Scriptures don't say, be careful what you ask for, you just may get it. The scriptures say, ask and it shall be given. The scriptures say, God did not give us a spirit of fear, but of power, love, and a sound mind. Do I believe that? That's what I believe. Believe what you want. That's how I've lived my life. My spiritual aspect of my life has played a huge part. Not in a religious way where I'm, trying to brainwash people or trying to gain converts or trying to, manipulate people. Because I tell you, look, think for yourself, be yourself, do whatever you want. Watch porn, I don't care, whatever. But what I'm trying to tell you is spiritual stuff, real, God in your soul type stuff. That'll change your life. Not change your religion, but change your life. That's powerful, man. Oh, woo. Praise the Lord. Jenny B. I eat black beans, black-eyed peas, and chickpeas. Now, I used to eat chickpeas a lot. I don't eat them as much anymore. I prefer red beans over black beans, but I'm not mad at the black beans. So, respect and love to black beans. Gilbert, how about honey and sweet potato? Well, honey is basically sugar. Now, certainly you can get some organic, like honey right off the bees, but my mom puts honey in her tea. Especially the honey, they got like that plastic jar shaped like a fat honey bee bear. And you like the plastic jar, it's got the yellow cap, the fat honeybee clear thing, and you pour it on your tea. All sugar. It's all sugar. So, again, now, you don't go from obese to, eating everything like plant-based. So, if you need that to wean you off of, where you're at, then I'm not saying you have to totally eliminate it right off the door, but you have to be mindful. That's all sugar. So, that's my experience. Now, this is how I live. So, again, to each their own. And again, small steps, brother. So just start with the sweet potato. If you want to put a little bit of honey on there, I'm not mad at you. Why? Because you're having a mindset now. You're having an aim. You're having a focus. So again, when I first started, I was eating, some of the salads at McDonald's. And I still eat a salad there now, but I put nothing on it. And I remember a guy saying, there was a quote one time going on Facebook saying, yeah, going to McDonald's for a salad is like going to a hooker and asking her to the prom or something like that. I you know what, hey, going to McDonald's and asking for a salad is better than going to McDonald's and asking for 2 large fries and 2 number 6s or whatever the hell you got. Anything is better than staying the same. Any small step towards health is better than no step. And if you fall, because you will fall, I've fallen, you get back up. The success is in the getting back up. Because let me tell you something, everything I've ever done as far as advancing in life has required me to fail and get back up. Now, some things you learn that, look, I can't do this at all anymore. But it's through the process of falling and getting back up. Throwing away the pack of cigarettes, throwing them in the garbage, picking them back up to smoke them, and then just keep throwing them out. You do that until you no longer reach for the cigarette. You fall, you get back up. This is my experience in life. And, that's what I would share. Jenny B, you should try hearts of palm in your salads. I never heard of that. Sam, it's good. I have to research. I've never heard of that. Get in the canned food aisle. Okay, I'll check it out. I've never heard of that, so I'm open-minded to check that out. It's called Hearts of Palm. Okay, I'll check that out. Now, just be careful with anything canned. There's a lot of sodium. How much sodium should a person have per day? No more than 2,300 milligrams per day. Look it up. I did. How much sodium should you have per day? No more than 2,300 milligrams per day. Always look at the food label. Always. And look at how many servings per container. Because believe me, in most cases, you're going to eat the whole container. You're not going to eat one serving. Do you eat one serving of potato chips? Hell no, you eat the whole bag. Now, I weighed myself today at Planet Fitness. I've lost 5 pounds since I stopped eating skinny popcorn. When you eat a whole bag of skinny popcorn every day, you ain't skinny. Now, I love skinny popcorn, but I can't eat it. Not all the time. I gained 5 pounds eating that skinny pop. I've been off skinny popcorn for 2 weeks. I lost 5 pounds. Praise the Lord. I mean, this part of it. Gilbert, mixed with a squeezed orange and cilantro. Well, squeezed orange is a go because even though orange has sugar in it, it has natural occurring sugars in it. It doesn't have refined sugars, such as over-the-counter honeys, etc. So the squeezed orange is a total go. Joshua went camping last week in a pickup truck, praise the Lord, with a camper shell. Okay. I used a solar-powered attic fan and free air conditioning in the daytime. It was a 10-watt solar panel mounted in the roof. It works. Well, one is thank you for sharing, and I'm glad that you went on a great camping trip and you're enjoying your life. I know a guy while watching on YouTube, he did pickup camping for a while as far as in the back of his camper. So a solar power attic fan, I get that. But what do you mean? Okay, attic fan. Okay, so attic fan. But to me, a solar powered attic fan is like the same thing as having a 8 battery, 8D battery fan. So, 8D batteries that you buy from the store and you put in a fan is the same thing as having a solar fan. Now, I'm not mad to solar, but, for a solar panel and a setup, you're going to spend about $1,000 plus, and you have to put that thing outside every day to get the solar, and you have to store an extra battery, just like a car battery. You have to store that extra car battery in your car or somewhere in your camper, and then you got to put the wires to the solar panel, to that, and then to your device. And you got to have an inverter, etc. To me, I'd rather just spend $20 on 8D batteries, every other month. To me, it's more cost effective, more simple, but I'm not speaking down to your setup. I'm not mad at your setup. I thank you for sharing. But these are my thoughts on solar overall. It's real or less, for me, it just doesn't make sense from that aspect. But am I mad or upset or disrespecting anyone who has solar? No. I'm just sharing. And I'm happy. I'm blessed, Joshua, that you had a great camping experience. Sweet brown tea. I needed to hear this tonight. Thank you, Sam Lee. Life-changing, sweet brown tea. Believe me, I am so thankful for your positive comments. I need to hear them tonight. We need each other. Supportive people need supportive people. I mean, I'm human. I mean, we all need love, support, encouragement. And that's the type of people I want to be around. I don't want to be around naysayers. I don't want to be around negative people. I don't want to be around people feeding my self-doubt. Now, I don't want to be around people that just say, Sam, just be crazy. It doesn't matter. Look. I am preaching responsibility. I'm preaching doing things in context, in order. But I'm very clear. I'm not preaching giving into fear or being timid. That's not the way to live life. And so, we got to be around good people, man. It's very important. I've been around bad people. Don't lead anywhere. And even if they're not bad people, if they're just not on the right page, you know what I'm saying? It don't lead to a good place. Can't have that. Jesse B, do you have any hobbies? Well, I used to like sports a lot when I was younger. And then as I got older, that's evolved. Now my main hobbies are walking, listening to music. I enjoy doing videos. Videos has filled a huge part in my constructive outlet as far as using my energy in a positive way. So I would say walking, music, and making videos are my biggest hobbies right now at this current place in my lifetime. Certainly I like to be around the beach, but that to me all part of walking and being in nature and outdoor stuff. So that outdoor lifestyle, using my creativity, listening to music, doing videos, that is using my Instagram, using my social media for inspiration. That's my hobby. That's my passion. And that's what I do in my downtime at this point in my life. Thank you, Jesse B. Andy G. Hey, man. Hope everyone's doing well. Yes, we are, Andy G, and we're thankful to have you in here. Why? Because, you're another positive, inspiring, motivating, inspirational voice in this conversation. Do we need you? Yes. We need every uplifting voice to speak up. We need every uplifting voice to ask for what they want. Because when you don't ask for what you want, guess who's going to ask? Some asshole. We don't want that. Believe me, the assholes are coming for what they want. The good people need to stand up respectfully, lovingly, but ask for what they want. Don't just take the leftovers of life. Don't just take the leftovers of life. Ask for what you want. Very important. We love you, Andy. Tech cars and everything else. Almost 2K subs. Yes, I am thankful for that, and I appreciate that, and that's encouraging to me. It's a sign of consistency. It's also a sign of being blessed with being around good people. But also, I don't let that number, I do look at it daily, and I'm encouraged when it goes up, but I've learned over time not to let that number define my mindset. So sometimes I lose subscribers, especially in the beginning. I lost a lot, up and down, up and down. I mean, now it kind of trends up because once you get going in the algorithm. But even that, even if it goes back to zero, I am going to be me. And every video I make, I have to remind myself that even if, I'd have a million, I have to be me. And I have to be authentic to the moment I'm in at that point in life. Because a lot of subscribers or no subscribers, it doesn't change who you are. And as long as I remind myself that, and I stay centered in that, and at the core of being myself, then everything will figure itself out. And I'll never have to, sell my soul for subscribers. And that matters to me. That's a huge part in what I want to do, and how the life I want to lead. But I'm very thankful for all the support and encouragement. It's inspiring to me. I'm thankful for it. And he says, congrats. Thank you, brother. You seem like a great guy. I'm not perfect, but I appreciate that. I try to do the right thing. I'm not perfect, though. Thank you. You seem like the best of humanity. Well, I appreciate that. That means a lot to me, but I don't want to start putting myself on a pedestal, because I don't want to preach that. And what I've learned is I know how to take enough time for myself to be my best self. So I know how to say no. When I didn't know how to say no, what you'll see is 1 minute, you see me like real nice, and the other minute you see me, believe me, dude, I fucking hate this world. I mean, I get upset, but I try not to get upset at people, and I don't. I try to treat people the right way, and I have that capacity because I spend enough time by myself. I've learned not to put too much financial pressure on me, not to put too much life pressure on me, because we know all that's coming at us already. And so a lot of times what I've learned in life, I made a video about that in Living Below Your Means. It's the foreman on the job who is in a dysfunctional marriage, who is living above his means, who is stressed out to the max. He snaps, and that's why he treats people bad. But what I've also learned is, even when I've been like that, I still am conscious on how I treat people. And so yes, I try to do well. I'm saying all that to say, now I'm kind of just rambling a little bit, but I want to always emphasize, don't put anyone on a pedestal. I don't want to form a cult. I want to form a good, healthy mindset. I want to form and inspire other people to be themselves. But I appreciate that compliment. I say thank you when I receive a compliment. I'm not like one of these people like that try to be overly humble and like, look, I appreciate the compliment. It means a lot to me, and I'm thankful, and I try to do the right thing. And so thank you. And I wish you the best in life. Thank you. That matters to me. Hope the ad revenue could help you too. Well, yeah, I mean, I would appreciate anything I can get in life. But that being said, I haven't been monetized for months. And even when I was monetized, it was only like registered for like 2 months. I was monetized. It was like $150 per month. And that was before tax. So look, if one day I was able to make, a few $100s a month or more on this, I would love it. I'll be thankful for it, but I won't sell my soul for it. And if I never get monetized, I go forward. 0 subscribers, no subscribers, monetized or not. I haven't been monetized in months. I make a video every day. I try to, as long as I'm healthy enough to do it and I have the capacity. So that's not the driver for me. I mean, I would love for it to happen. I'm not going to lie. I'm going to speak directly to you, but I won't sell my soul for it, and I won't stop using my creativity for it. I use MySpace, and there was no ad revenue. I used it all for inspiration. That's all I did. I used Facebook. Anybody knows me in real life. For years, all I do is inspiration on that. My Instagram, all I do is inspiration on that. I don't get any money for any of that. I've done that for decades, ever since. And so this is part of me. And so I say that because I define myself. I don't let someone else define me. This is why you're doing it. No, look at my track record in life, why I've done things. I've been doing video blogs. I had radio stations, all that before any ad revenue, and not having ad revenue. So it's important for me to state that because, that's who I am, and that's my track record. That's just not a bunch of fluff, giving you a bunch of bullshit. But again, to speak directly to any of us, including me, we would all like to honestly make extra as a living. So there's nothing wrong with honestly making a living for yourself. But what's wrong is dishonestly manipulating people emotionally to make a living for yourself while you oppress 70% of people who live paycheck to paycheck. So, that's how I always have to define that for me. Thank you, though. Thank you, and thank you. Praise the Lord. Excuse me, guys. I'll just start my car. Thank you again, Tech Cars. Jamelia. Hey, Jamelia. Good evening, Sam. Just turned in. Will engage once I discern the direction of the topic, so I don't put my foot in the mouth. Laugh out loud. That's all right. I know you by now, Jamelia. I know you're about that positivity. You're a loving soul, and you know what I'm saying, you're about inspiration. So it's all love, but it is wisdom always to discern. But I appreciate everyone. I appreciate you just leaving that comment. Being bold enough to write that. Thank you. Good to see it. Good evening. Shell and John. Sam, what about fruits? I've been recently eating more as snacks. Well, a fruit snack, even though it has a lot of sugar, it's all natural sugar, not refined sugar. It's not the type of sugar you get in a little white bag at McDonald's and you put in your coffee. Natural occurring sugars are in a different category because they have fibers in them from the fruit, as long as you don't blend or process that fruit. But a fruit as a snack is way better than something you get in a box. It's way better than anything else. It's a natural whole food. Try to eat the fruit and the vegetables in its whole state and not processes. So it's better. I mean, that's great. There's nothing wrong with that. And look, I mean, it's not that you can eat 1,000,000 oranges a day. That's not what's going to hurt you. What's going to hurt you is at 9 o'clock at night, you eat some wild shit or you drink some wild shit, alcohol or whatever else, and that's what hurts you. A lot of times, I did that too. A lot of times people say like they don't eat anything all day and they don't eat anything at lunch and you'll never see them eat anything, but they're always overweight. They're out of shape. They don't look healthy. Why? Because they eat nasty at night and they overdrink. There was a quote that says, whatever you eat in private, you wear in public. Whatever you eat in private, you wear in public. And I believe that. I've experienced that in my own life. You can eat a salad every day at lunch at work and then go home and eat a calzone at night. Or then go home and have, a 12-pack of beer and have a beer belly. All you did at work was have coffee and cigarettes, but at night, you had a 12-pack of beer, you had pizza, you had macaroni and cheese, and that's why you have a gut. And that's, you can't hide the facts. I've been there. So the fruit, any natural whole food is wisdom. Totally agree with that. Rahali, forgive me if I'm saying that wrong. Rahali, I'll just say Rahali. Free giveaway? No free giveaway here because I'm not taking anything. So I'm not taking anything. I'm not giving anything. What I'm sharing is my life. Some people get that. Some people don't. So I'm not pandering to you. I'm not saying I don't want to do a meet and greet. I don't want to do a giveaway. I don't want to do a donation channel. I don't want to do any of that. What I want to do is work for my living. That's what I've done since I've been able to legally work. I want you to work for your living, and I want you to stop the games. No fucking free There's no free lunch in life. What there is work to earn your living, treat people right, and go forward. Everything else is a game. Do I want to play games? Hell no. I cut people off out of my life to play games. Family members, friends, and everyone else. Now, some people get that, some people don't, but that's what it is. Sweet brown tea. And your photography. I have some of your work. Well, that's a blessing. More pictures of your adventures, please. Well, amen. Thank you, sweet brown tea. Love and respect. I appreciate that. Pink Panther. I always tell people that. Well, amen. Pink Panther. I love the name. Sweet brown tea. That's okay. Sweet brown tea. The audience is getting authentic, Sam. Is getting the authentic, Sam. I appreciate that. I knew him when church radio shows, etc. He's the real deal. Thank you, Holyfield. He's yet ministering through his life experience. Well, thank you, Sweet Brown Tea. I appreciate that. I appreciate the support. I appreciate the backup. And what you're going to experience in life is if you are yourself, you're going to get 90% support. But what you're going to get is 10% negative. Don't matter. You can be Joel Osteen, you're going to get 10% negative. You could be Mother Teresa, 10% negative. It doesn't matter. You could be whatever, Dalai Lama, whoever you want to say. You could be the greatest, nicest person, and even those people, they're fucked up too. Everyone has their faults. You're always going to get 10% negative. You're always going to get 10% people say, I'll go F yourself. I don't believe you. I don't like you. Always going to get that. You're never going to avoid that. So, just be yourself, live the right way, and you don't have to worry about if the 10% of people don't like you. And never neglect the 90%. Excuse me. Just the comments went out. And sometimes when you get knocked off your live feed, you gotta your comments go out on your phone. So I just gotta log in here through my laptop. I know Jamelia was just saying she started some diet. I'll talk about that in a minute. Bear with me, guys. We're good. We're getting there. I'm here. I see you. We're good. So Jamelia says, I started I don't know if I'm going to pronounce that right, Ketogen diet, and it's fabulous low carbs. Well, I'm not mad at that. I don't do much as far as like diet plans, but I'm not mad at anything that works for anyone. And what I could tell you is that limiting your carbs is wisdom. Carbs are mainly found in breads, mainly bread and things like that. So I'm not mad at that. Now, carbs can really add weight on. So I think that's wisdom. And look, if that gets you healthier, I'm not mad at that. It's all about health. Obviously, we all like to look sexy and feel sexy. That's a blessing. But at the end of the day, the end game is health. And that's it. That's all it is. Jamelia says, something is going wrong with the internet. Yeah, no, it's been in and out. Sorry about that. So, but that's part of the challenge of live feed, but that's also the magic of live feed. So hopefully now I have a stable connection, but we have been on for an hour. So I felt like we've shared what needed to be shared tonight. I don't like to stretch it out. Because the worst thing you can do to a good message and to a good night is try to stretch it out. And so I feel like, everything was a blessing tonight. I appreciate all the love, support, and encouragement. Go out there and live your life. If you want something, ask for it. It won't be perfect, but it will be better than not asking for something. Seek and you shall find. Ask and it shall be given. God did not give us a spirit of fear and being timid, but of power, love, and a sound mind. Never forget it. Stay inspired.